So strong connection to start.
I rode the friendship boats the other day at Epcot for the first time. Remember how I told you, like, when we were there that day, that they were just doing like a half thing and like literally we saw them doing a U-turn and going back all the way around this time, but it's only Morocco and Canada. The other stops aren't open, or the other stop in Italy, whatever. I don't know how many there are. I know there's one there. But they go all the way around now. So I guess it just depends on what's happening with Harmonious and construction.
Good morning, everybody. We are at Boardwalk again. So obviously we've been here before, twice. This will be our third time. If you don't know, it's extremely busy this week here over at Walt Disney World. So getting into run has been slightly challenging, but we're here at Boardwalk. And you know, Donald and I were talking that there's really not too many places left for us to do some new runs around property. We do have Echo Lake that we're going to try to get to at some point, which is Disney's Pop Century Resort and Art of Animation.
Hourglass.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did I say? Echo Lake. Oh, that's at Hollywood Studios. I'm sorry, Hourglass Lake, yes. Thank you, Donald, for correcting me. We've also still have Wilderness Lodge, but I don't know if the running trail is actually open from Wilderness Lodge to the campground, because it was closed for quite a while. So, you know, we don't have a lot left. But I think one of the ones that Donald hasn't done yet is the Magic Kingdom Grand Floridian Poly kind of loop run. So we're going to try and get back over there at some point. But it is about 50-something this morning. What is it?
56 or 55?
56 or 55. And yeah, yesterday, I got my princess shirt. Woo! But it's a short sleeve, so not my favorite, because I like the long sleeve ones. But yay, did my challenge, got my stuff. So I'm pumped. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're at Boardwalk again, and we're gonna head out and start the run. And I feel like we should go this way. I feel like I'd be going the wrong way if we go back that way. So hopefully the connection is good today. If you guys were watching while I was over at Animal Kingdom, it was a total nightmare. I don't know why. It might have been some notifications that I had running, and I turned those off, so we shall see. But if we do start to lose a little bit of the connection and you want to hang out, just hang out, and we'll try to, fix it so that it's not all weird and choppy. Good?
Good.
Got my watch roll in.
I almost forgot. The whole thing would have been in vain.
Oh boy. Good morning from Montreal. I'm sure it's not the warmest there right now. So, a little bit of housekeeping for the streams, these morning runs. We may or may not have any runs next weekend. I have to look at my schedule. I know Saturday is going to be pretty busy. I'm trying to think what we might be doing on Sunday. Saturday we have 2 different sessions that we're going to be doing. So I think one's a senior portrait session, and then we're doing an adoption. We're We're working on an adoption video for a couple, and that's going to take up pretty much the majority of our Saturday. I think we have something going on Sunday, and then I think, unfortunately, the weekend after that, we might not have any runs again, because Taylor and I will be going to Fort Lauderdale area for another video session. We might be able to do it because it'll be early in the morning for the run, and we don't necessarily need to be down there till early afternoon, but it is a long drive. And the Sunday after that, that'd be the 28th, I think. I think we have another session, so we're pretty booked up for the weekends. But if we can get one in, you know, just stay tuned and we'll try to get one in. But just letting you guys know, this might be the last one for the next couple of weeks. All just kind of depends.
You're watching the old ones.
Or, well, yeah, I mean, I started a playlist. I think I need to make sure that all the videos have been added, but, you know, if you want, I know it's not necessarily the same, but you can always go back and rewatch some of the old ones. So we run around the resorts. So, Miss Flipper 97, how many times do you run a week? Or how many days do you run a week? I try to do at least 3 days. And I like to try and do Tuesdays and Thursdays and then Saturday. I've been trying to give myself Sundays off because I've also been trying to get back into the gym. And if I go to the gym to lift weights and stuff, then I'm doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And, you know, I used to have Saturdays as like my longer runs, but because we're doing this, and it's kind of become a little bit more of the norm to do the 10K on Saturdays. Thursdays, I'm going to start trying to do some longer runs. Hopefully upwards of about at least a half marathon, so 13 miles or more in the coming weeks. So we will be doing live streaming virtual runs again for Star Wars stuff. So I'll have to double check the dates for that. I'm sure somebody could throw that up in the chat. Amy, Josh, not sure if you saw, but thanks for getting me into 5Ks. Doing the America's Shamrock Run tomorrow. Wow, that's cool. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I don't think I've ever heard of the America's Shamrock Run, but hey, good for you. I'm glad that this has been able to help inspire maybe and get you out and moving about a little bit more. Oh, I never switched this up. There we go. That's better. And it is a beautiful day today, though. That sun feels a little crispy. Don, I'll tell you what, why don't we throw a little wrench in it today? We're gonna go straight. And go on a little mini adventure. Add a few more feet into the loop. Just trying to make Donald run up 2 hills instead of just one.
That's why I stayed silent. I wanted to keep it family friendly.
So, last couple times that we've been here, we haven't come over to Swan and Dolphin. Not that we're going to do a huge, long exploration of Swan and Dolphin. But, you know, if you're down here running, great way to add on some miles. Not that much, but a little bit. Is to come over here. And we're going to hang a right. We're going to go through the walkway. Breezeway. I don't know, whatever you want to call this. Garden-ish area.
Causeway.
The causeway. Oh, there you go.
That's what the sign said.
Oh. Nice, beautiful view. And then we're going to come over here to the right. And we're going to swing out onto this sidewalk, which is going to take us around these rooms, back over to the bridge, and then we'll head out to Hollywood Studios.
So 3 hills.
Oh, yes. Yes, 3 climbs.
In the lake.
So, I don't know if you guys have ever stayed here before. Taylor and I stayed here once, long time ago. Probably, boy, I want to say 15? Yeah, I think it was 2015. Nice rooms, nice resort. It is kind of missing that Disney touch, even though it's technically on Disney property. But as you may or may not know, it's not owned by Disney. Is it Marriott or something?
I feel like yes. Not sure.
Oh Lord, what was that? A little early for look to be vomit on the ground. Well, we're not coming back this way again. This was a one and done loop. Something like that. Oh. Thought he might be coming this way. He's not. Hey, we're in a mile down already.
1 mile. Average pace 10:13 per mile.
And we haven't even made it even towards Hollywood Studios really yet. So that's cool. I always like that. All right, climbing back up the hill. Always try to power through. Try not to walk. Even if it's a super slow, light jog, have that same motion of trying to run. Gonna build your legs, strengthen your lungs. And here we go, sprint! I was getting into that vibe of being like one of those fitness coach guys on the TV. They talk slow and quietly to you, get you pumped up, and then they say, go, go, go. And usually it sucks for 2-3 minutes. All right, I'm gonna slow up right down here. Just want to take a look at the chat. Quick breather. Whew. Woo! Bonjour from Quebec, Canada. I love these morning runs. Well, thank you. Disney Ever After, good morning. Love these videos, keep it up. What up, 365 down, 10 pounds down.
Good job.
Since you started your live stream runs. Wow. That is really cool.
Same.
Me too. I've been running a lot more, which has been really nice. Both physically and mentally. So thanks for the motivation. I get on the treadmill and pretend I'm at Disney. That's awesome. That's really, like I said, doing these live stream runs has been more, to admit selfishly, has been more for me to have the, kind of have the drive to get up and run. But with that being said, I'm really glad that in turn, it's something that has given back to many of you. Oh,
Kate, I'm
hey, how are you?
I heard your voice and I was like, is that Josh?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How long have you been running?
4 miles.
Okay, so you're in pretty
hang out
far.
with you.
You're in pretty far already.
Yeah.
We've only got about a mile in.
Well, I'll run with you for a little bit.
Okay.
I live stream.
So
Doing it.
we have someone new joining us.
Hello.
This is Kate.
Hi.
She's awesome. She's on our Facebook group. She's always commenting,
Yeah.
chatting. So, so you guys are staying down here?
Yeah,
Right
we're
there?
at Animal Kingdom, Kidani.
Nice.
Yeah, I just drove over here to run. So, I left the husband and the kid to sleep. But me and my daughter have been here since Wednesday. And my husband just flew in last night.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to Epcot today.
Nice.
It's the start of most of Florida's spring break, so it's a little crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think all next week it looked like
Yeah,
there are no
they're
park
all
pass
sold out.
reservations. Yeah.
Yep, it's crazy.
So, boy, oh boy.
Yep, but Grace and I did Rise of the Resistance on Wednesday.
Was that your first time?
It was hers.
Okay.
I've been on it a few times. John considers it a running joke because my husband hasn't been on it yet.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe
Oh.
this way.
It was funny because I made the reservation from home in Massachusetts,
Oh,
and then we flew down and we made our boarding pass.
oh, that's awesome.
It was pretty funny.
That is awesome.
So she really liked that, and she's been to Flower and Garden twice now this week.
Oh, cool.
She enjoys the brisket slider in World Showplace,
Oh, nice.
and she's had 3 violet lemonades.
Those are very good. In her defense, those are quite good.
I know. I remember the video
Oh.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we bought those a pack of $20
Oh, yes, yes.
the dried violet
Yes.
leaves or whatever.
That was really cool when it actually turned out. I didn't expect it to really turn out that well.
I know. It was funny. So you just on a training run, or what are you doing?
We're just,
You going this way? This way?
we're going this way. So this is just something we've been doing the last couple of Saturdays.
Yep, I saw that. Yeah.
So not necessarily really training for anything specific,
Yeah.
but just to
Is
help.
anything specific to train for?
Well, that's true. I did get a Star Wars 10K,
I did too.
um,
And I'll be down here that weekend.
but that's it. So
Yeah.
well, so you do a lot of running,
Yep.
right? A lot of the Run Disney events,
Yep.
and everybody is always asking us. So, do you think that they're going to bring back? You think they'll restart with marathon in 2022?
I think so.
Yeah,
But I think it'll be very limited.
I think so too.
And I think there's going to be such pent-up demand, it's going to be difficult. So it'll be interesting to see, how many they release for, the DVC annual pass holder
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
The general crowd. I don't know.
So I'm hoping that if it is very reduced, which it probably will be,
Yep.
and everybody knows in the chat that, and I always try to state this, but all the runs that I've been doing, they've been for Dragon Master Foundation. So
Yep.
I'm hoping I won't have to worry about signing up.
Do charities.
That they'll be able to get me a bib
Yep.
for Dopey. So
I'm almost wondering if I should go through a travel agent and just not use my DVC points to try to get a bid. But I don't know if travel agents are going to get
I don't know if we will get those or not, actually.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys would know ahead of time, I would think.
We, Go Gal Getaway specifically, should hopefully know ahead of time, but I don't know if they will do that. Just because of the limits. So
I also wonder if you're going to need any kind of like proof of vaccination or anything crazy like that.
that wouldn't surprise me.
No.
You know?
Yeah. So, has Taylor gotten vaccinated?
No, actually, she hasn't been able to yet.
Yeah.
So, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course, there's supposed to be a lot of them rolling out.
Yep.
So.
Well, my daughter's been full remote in school.
Oh, wow.
And we just got an email while down here. She goes back to school in person on April 5th, full time.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I was so excited. I was like, we're back to school. She's like, yes!
So, I mean, are you basically then home with her?
No, so we've been sending her to a place for remote learning because
Oh, okay.
I work full-time, John works full-time. He goes into the office. I work from home, but I'm on calls like all day.
Oh, okay.
So I just can't. But the expense of full remote is, or, you know, of the remote learning is ridiculous, and she hates it.
Yeah.
You know, she's sitting in front of a computer all day.
Yeah.
She's in a room with like 6 other kids, and that's it.
We had some people that I worked with their kids. They ended up hiring, a couple of them got together and they just hired a private tutor for all their kids. And it wasn't that many. It was like maybe 4 or 5 kids, but
Still an expense.
Right? But they were able to, I think, kind of split the cost up a little bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, not something that Taylor and I know anything about, but something that I'm sure you and many others have had to deal with, which has had its own unique sets of challenges.
Yeah. It's a good time to not be a parent.
I don't disagree with that, but
When I was running before, I ran every single one of these things.
Oh, really?
I went down and back and down and back.
This will be the first time that we go all the way down and come back. Normally we just get up to that corner, we'll turn around and start heading back.
So you're saying it's my fault we're going down?
I wouldn't say that.
We're trying to stretch the loop out a little. So
Yeah,
it's not
right?
so many laps.
Yeah. That's good. I'll probably get in 10,000 steps before we even go to Epcot.
Yeah.
But I came over here on, what did we say, Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what happens on vacation. Came over here on Thursday morning, and we rent a stroller for Grace. Even though she's 7, she's wimpy when it comes to walking. And I was pushing her, and I forgot how tough it is to run and push a jogging stroller.
Oh, yeah.
I was like just waiting for it to be 3 miles and just be done. I was like, this is awful. And like going over the Swan Bridge and
Oh, yeah.
oh,
I could imagine. Oh,
2 miles. There you go.
yeah.
So I did the Princess 10K virtual.
Okay.
So are the men's shirts also pink for the 10K?
Who's the princess on?
Tons of.
I think so, yes.
That's a start.
So this was my first one.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Dragon Master Foundation. They were very gracious. They had one left over, and it was the Princess Challenge, so they gave it to me to complete.
Yeah.
But I will say I was slightly disappointed when I pulled them out, and they're short sleeves.
Oh yeah.
I love the long sleeve shirts. Really nice shirts though. I like the material. Better than I think a couple of years past they've been.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't know why they seem to need to mix it up every year,
Yeah.
probably with pricing and trying to, you know, save as many pennies as they can. But yeah, the material for these ones I think is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Feels like it breathes well,
Yeah, it's nice and light,
so
which is good.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Going at a decent clip.
Oh, are we going too fast?
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to go at? You're going at about 10 miles.
What are we usually doing, Donald? Like
That was a 10 mile.
10 and a half to 11 or something?
Yeah, once you got your
You're becoming quite popular in the vlogs too, huh?
Am I?
You're in a lot of them. I
Huh?
want to know how Everglades donuts are.
Oh
While
my,
we're
what?
running, talk to me about Everglades.
Why are you doing this? It's like we're gonna have to go there now. You haven't been yet?
No.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
want to go over to Disney Springs during this spring break time.
So, I'll tell you what, if you go first thing in the morning during the week, I think you'll be totally fine.
Yeah, they open at 9 and Disney Springs doesn't open until 10.
I like that.
So
So
you can
they'll
get
let
in
you
and get out.
park and do all that.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Not before 9, but at 9.
Okay.
Do that, go over there, you can get a donut,
Uh-huh.
and you can get out of there really quickly. If you want to get Gideon's, you'll have to wait in line still, but it wouldn't be that bad if you get there that early. So,
The donuts make my mouth water more than the cookies.
uh,
Although I don't know what I'm missing because I've never had a Gideon's cookie.
the bacon, maple bacon glaze or whatever,
That's what I want.
get that one. Eat it fresh.
That's exactly
It's
what
amazing.
There's a place in Boston that makes amazing donuts just like that, and there's a maple bacon glaze.
Oh man.
Oh, so good.
They're the best.
Meanwhile, back in my villa, I have a yogurt with fruit.
Right?
Well, I mean, listen, you're on vacation, right? So you can splurge a little.
We did, Grace and I went to the Wave for breakfast yesterday.
Nice.
So we could park at Contemporary and walk to Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I got their sweet potato pancakes, and they're amazing.
Okay.
So I highly recommend them. And we were both clean clothes. But we only lasted like 3 hours in Magic Kingdom because it was so crazy.
Now they're still not doing the buffet, right? It's basically just
Yep.
off of the menu.
Yeah, and it's interesting because they have one of their plates is kind of like a mixture of some of the things they would have in the buffet.
Okay.
So it's nice, but I like going there.
Yeah.
Get my mimosa. You can tell Taylor they've got refillable mimosas there.
I'm pretty sure she knows that already. She's all about that mimosa refill life.
Well, you guys did the what was it? The House of Blues brunch.
Yes.
And after I saw that, I canceled a different brunch and got that.
It was still good though, right?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That food was amazing. And then last time, when I came in January with a girlfriend, we did the Wine Bar George brunch.
That's
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's one we haven't done yet.
Dining review, Wine Bar George brunch. And they do it on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay.
It's so good.
We're gonna have to get on that one.
Add it to the never-ending list, right?
Right. Yes.
Have you done homecoming for brunch?
Yes. Yeah, we've done that a couple times, and we love that one too.
Okay.
I think they might have opened it up to Saturdays and Sundays now. I don't remember
I
that.
think they did. That is recent.
Because everybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
So if you had to rank the brunch meals that you've had across property,
Oh, geez.
top three,
Those three.
those three?
Wine Bar George, Park Smith's, Homecoming, and House of Blues.
All at Disney Springs.
Yep.
All at Disney Springs.
The drinks are good. The meals are good. The service is good. Oh my gosh, so good. So hungry now.
Well, you've done a contemporary though too, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's interesting. I always like to make that point if we're talking about brunch and somebody has eaten at the Contemporary but doesn't necessarily put it that high up on the list.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but I think the trip to Disney Springs is worth it.
Yeah.
For brunch, for a weekend brunch. And there's not really, like, most of them, the first reservation's like 10.
Yeah.
So, like, you get there, there's nothing really open in Disney Springs.
Right.
You see people, like, milling around the restaurant.
Yep.
Just waiting. Trying to look older. It's worth it.
Well, the other thing too is if you are, if you want to, then you don't have to. You can have a little bit of a sleep-in day.
Yep.
Take a little bit more time to get ready. Whereas I think if you go to Contemporary, I think they do start. I think maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock. Somebody will have to check me on that one, but
we had breakfast at the Wave, just breakfast at the Wave yesterday at 8. So it was good. When we have a car on property, that's what we like to do to avoid the TTC. Go have breakfast, be able to park there, walk over.
Oh, don't share those exclusive tips.
Oh yeah. Actually eating the breakfast though.
Yes, you do. You should still eat your breakfast.
Yeah, I won't share my other tip. That's how I'm running here. Oh gosh, I wanted to do 6 today. See, I'm glad I ran into you guys.
You got 6 done. All right, are you almost there?
5.5.
Okay.
So I'll even go further. I don't really care. I am signed up for an in-person half marathon in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, there's a running series or whatever up in New Hampshire. They've been doing in person since I think like July.
Oh, wow.
They have it down, like the distances and like social distancing and all that stuff. It's pretty crazy. It works though. I ran an in-person half back in October too.
Okay.
So
Pretty much all up in the Northeast.
yeah, I mean, and they're set up like time trials.
Okay.
Like only one person goes off at a time. You have to wear a mask when you start. You can put it away after that. You have to wear a mask when you finish. When you're passing people, pass them quickly.
Right.
The water stations, it's waste. I carried water. But it's just like little bottles or whatever. 'Cause
Okay.
I can't
Gotcha.
too much. And they discourage like spectators. So it's like, it's live, but you're wearing a bib. You get an official time.
Right.
But it's like a time trial.
Well, that's good.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, because I'm going to start trying to look for something
Yep.
for marathon weekend. Because the last couple times I've gotten the short end of the stick on that one, they put me in the last corral,
Oh yeah.
which has been super frustrating.
I've been in A. I towed the line at Princess last year.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun.
See, for the 5K and the 10K,
Yeah, I
Last
got
year I was
A
in-
for the
I was in
10K
A.
too. Yeah.
But
and
then for the half and the full, it's like,
Yep.
no, we're going to put you in the back. That doesn't make sense.
I
So,
think that's because of the charity number, and you still do a proof of time if
no, you
have it.
so even with the charity bibs, in case anybody's wondering, you still do the entire sign up process.
Okay.
It's just that the link comes from your charity, but it's still the exact same thing. So you can put in your proof of time, which normally I do,
Yeah.
and but is what it is. Last year I was going to go to like Run Disney's kind of guest relations
Yep.
at the expo, and I was like, I don't want to make it a bigger deal than what it really needs to be. It's not that huge of a deal. So, but yeah, I need to find something close by for myself to run to get a good trial time in or whatever. So
I've seen, like, I think Track Shack has been doing some races from what
okay,
All
right.
I know. And Peter and I were in Corral A together for the half
Oh really?
last year. So I ran into him before the 10K. So we started the 10K together and we started the half together. And that was the weekend Sarah found out she was pregnant with twins.
Yeah. he's just become a machine.
Yeah.
Absolutely machine. Just he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go whatever that real long one was. I was like, oh my gosh, that's 26.2 is more than enough for me. I don't need to go run like 50 miles or something like that.
Yep.
So
They just moved back to Chicago.
yeah. All right, chat. Well, we have officially come, we're a little bit short, but we've come around one full loop. We actually got 3 miles in already. So that's kind of nice. I think, last time it's usually been about like 2, maybe just under that if we go straight around, out and back.
That's what's good about going down that bus loop, even though it's boring.
Yeah. So now, ideally, we would still have to run a little bit extra because we still have to go at least another quarter of a mile for the 6.2. But we can do one more loop, and then it's like you're done. So that's what I really love trying to do when we go on runs, is to, kind of limit how many times you're running in a circle. Because I think for me, it just helps me to keep moving. I don't get necessarily as bored as easy, and whatnot. So, if you're here, don't be afraid to explore a little bit of the resorts when you're running. So, of course, I don't know if we should run back through the Swan and Dolphin. We were running the sidewalk path. It looked like
where the construction is.
No, like right over there.
Oh, yeah, it's like,
And looked like somebody wasn't feeling well.
oh, I missed that when I was running over there.
Well, maybe it just happened. So
I got to get on your photography schedule for August. I know we emailed, but we haven't set a date. Because John and I will be here for a 10-year anniversary.
yeah.
Just John and I. It just reminded me because we just passed that. The wedding thingy. I'll email you this week. We'll try to email time.
Yeah, just let us know. We might have talked about this last week, but I did a proposal over there.
Yep.
And
were those the pictures you guys just put on Instagram?
no, those ones we just posted, those were from, I want to say like July, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's like just after Disney had reopened.
Yep.
We always cut down that way. Yeah, we don't go through. We just go down to the gate and then come back up. I like to make
a little path and somehow. Oh, look, it's open.
I like to make Donald run up back up the hill.
Poor
So,
guy.
and I usually don't go all the way down just because security's down there and they get weird about.
Yeah. You can
filming and
run
stuff.
down the side where the Skyliner is. If these gates are open, they'll let you do that. But yeah, I don't go up there. One thing I haven't done. So, you know how on they've got the path on the Grand Floridian now?
Yes.
So, when we stayed at Poly in December, I ran that. And I just stopped at the security guy, right?
Yes.
Apparently, you can go through security and run all the way over to Contemporary.
Yeah. I actually,
Did you do that during your live stream?
I did not do that during my live stream just because I'd have to go through security.
Right.
They don't like you filming. But I did tell everybody that
Yep.
I was seeing people who were running, but then I wasn't seeing them coming back. So I was assuming they were going all the way to Contemporary
Yeah.
and then coming back, which is a really... Well, so did you did end up doing it or you didn't?
I didn't because
Okay.
I just wasn't sure if
Yeah.
I could. But we were staying at Poly, so you're at the DVC is at the way end by TTC.
Yep.
So I think it was running from the Moria building to security was 1.5 miles, so it was a good 3 mile out and back without having to do anything crazy, which was nice.
Yeah.
Be a couple tries to find the walkway.
Well, the other thing too is sometimes running around the resorts, especially if you don't know the inner workings of the resorts all that well, it can be a little challenging.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might feel like you're getting a little lost, but I tried to stay on the running route, which I think they said was about 3 miles. So I think it was like just over, yeah, it would have been over, just over 4 laps technically for the half, because that's where I ran my half at. So
Yeah, that's a good one. It's nice they built that, especially, you know, at the end of the night for Magic Kingdom if you're staying at either of those places and the ferries or monorails are backed up.
yeah, everybody in the chat, if you haven't already seen that walkway, of course, when I was live streaming for the half, you would have seen it, but that walkway has yet to be fully utilized because there is no nighttime celebrations over at Magic Kingdom. But when they start back up and you have that massive crowd of people, that's going to be one of the best walkways.
Yep.
To just be able to really avoid everybody. And so
you could do the walkway, even if you aren't staying, you do the walkway back over to the Poly. You get a drink upstairs,
oh,
the lounge,
oh,
wait out the crowds.
There you go. That's a fantastic idea.
To your resort.
That's a fantastic idea. I like that.
It's funny, Polly's our DVC home, and we've yet to go to the Trader Sam's. Isn't that sad?
Oh my, that is kind of sad. And it's a shame it still hasn't reopened yet.
I know.
Makes sense. It's super small in there. It's not a very big place, so
Yeah,
that does make sense.
for sure. Oh, it's
I'm
like,
a-
where's Donald?
I guess we have been going at a good pace for the last
Sorry.
almost 2 miles.
That's fine.
That's okay. Give me a second here to catch up on what is going on in the chat.
Did you hit 6?
Oh, yeah, I'm at 6:00.
Okay. I was trying to make sure you made it to 6 before I
Aw,
stopped.
you're so nice.
Dan V, how long have they been running for? My timer says 42 minutes. We're at about 3 and 3/4 of a mile. So we have just under 3, I guess, to go.
You're a 10K right now?
Yep,
Yeah.
just a 10K. So let's see.
Just a 10K.
Just a 10K.
It's a jog for him.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's my long run.
It is a long run.
I do 3 miles during the week, and then I do
Yep.
this on the weekend.
Teresa, how's the run going? Run is going good. I signed up for a 5K for autism. It's a hot chocolate walk race. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I did a hot chocolate one.
Nice.
Is that what they serve at the end?
Yes, in the live race, yes.
Okay.
I did the virtual, and they sent me packets of hot chocolate.
Oh, nice.
And little chocolate cubes.
That's cool.
A nice jacket, which I haven't worn yet. Yeah, they're like all over. I haven't really decided how far I'm running today. Obviously.
Where is that? Saw somebody asked a question.
How do you read?
Kevin,
Yeah, that's why I have to stop and walk for a minute.
Josh, how did you get into running? That's a great question. I don't really know. I think when I was in high school, I played a lot of sports. And when I was in college, I played a lot of intramural sports. And I just kind of slowly started picking it up. And it was kind of just something to do. I've always hated running. And then, you know, I started easy. I just started by trying to go out and run about a 5K or a couple miles. And even if, you know, like I start to feel tired, I would just kind of stop and walk. And my goal was always just to go the distance rather than trying to work on my speed or a time. So, just kind of did it. I just kind of got up and did it. And I know it's not that easy for everybody. And it really wasn't that easy for me either. Because there's definitely plenty of times where it's just like, you know, I don't feel like doing it or whatever. And, what's been really nice recently is Donald and I are connected on our Apple Watches. So I see when he finishes a workout and he can see when I finish a workout. And so it's always kind of us trying to, we're not intentionally trying to one-up each other, but it keeps, it keeps us trying to move and stay ahead.
Oh, of course.
So that's been really, really nice.
Well, you still can.
Still use them.
I like the idea that it's going to be on the Apple Wallet as Apple Watch. So
Yeah.
then that'll
So I like how people are
Yep.
So that's
talking
cool.
about how I said, oh, it's just a 10K.
Yeah.
Beautiful morning. It is an amazing morning. The weather is really nice right now.
Have an Apple Watch.
It was about 55 when we started. I think it started to warm up a little bit. In the shade, you know, is still a little chilly here and there, but it's not too bad in the sun just yet. The sun is starting to get pretty warm if you're in the sun. So,
Wow.
Because I figured this
This
would
one's
die
good.
soon, but it hasn't.
oh, somebody said that they got married just to the left,
Oh, really?
somewhere over here at the Swan, I guess. That's cool.
You want to cut back through and just avoid the one spot?
Yeah.
Full 3?
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, maybe somebody came through and cleaned that up. So,
Where was it?
It's up against the building, like where you run around. And
It's-
like
it's
literally
on
right
this-
on the building.
yeah, it's on this corner, kind of closest to us as you come back out towards the water, and before you kind of go back around. If it's there, you'll see it. It is kind of red, so it does slightly match the sidewalk. But
Yeah, I did half marathons in New York City for years. And I used to
Hi.
train for that the whole time. And it
Yeah.
always did really well.
so Val, yeah, an accountability partner. Definitely, that's what I think Donald and I are.
The 6
um,
minutes to get the medal. So
Okay.
it's like,
You know,
yeah, a
because
couple 10 miles
especially
each way.
if I'm having a rough
Yeah,
day,
New York, Brooklyn,
you know,
Staten
and I
Island,
see,
Queens, and the Bronx, and
I get a notification on my phone that, oh,
except the marathon.
Donald just, you know, completed all 3 rings and did a workout. I'm like, well, I have to go do something now because I don't want to be somebody that hasn't completed all their rings or done a workout. So, and usually in those cases, even if it's a Wednesday and I don't really feel like going to the gym, I might go out and run for an hour and do another 10K, get 6 miles in, you know, so at least I'm doing something. But Tommy, $9.99, pair character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Okay.
But then last year, everything went south and then the job ended and I was like, or we could just go now.
Well, and
So this is the last 2 times that we've been over here and running. We've never taken this walkway, this sidewalk, but this is a nice little sidewalk that you can add. It is a little bit more on the slippy side, and I think that that's kind of, you know, slippery. I think that's just because of the material that they put down over the concrete, the paint. So be careful. But this again is just a little piece that Donald and I added for today. And by adding this little piece and running down the bus loop area, which we'll show you guys again, we were able to do 1 full loop is 3 miles. And the last couple times it's usually, you know, somewhere around 2, maybe 2.5. And you always end up having to do a couple of laps. So it's tough, but.
Or like occasionally I could do like a really crazy, it's like I'm just
Oh, Tommy, some of the stickers are weird. Sorry. Okay, so basically what happens in the chat is
and I.
when.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Oh, I almost stepped on it again.
Not there before.
Um,
When I ran.
don't worry, you don't need to see the vomit it looks like on the ground. But when you guys use stickers in the chat will basically read out what those are. So that sounded really weird. So thank you for letting me know that it was a sticker. I appreciate that.
right away. Especially people who could afford to like get my job, like the higher ups all disappeared.
Yep.
They're like, oh, one went to France, one went to like Maine, one went somewhere else.
Yep.
Near the Great Lakes, and they're just like remote and
Whew.
like islands and things. So
211 people. You guys are awesome to be here hanging out with us on our run today. Really appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up. I will do an ad placement right now for Dragon Master Foundation. Tommy, we really appreciate your super chat, but if anybody else out there is feeling so gracious, there should be a link in the description that will take you to our Dragon Master Foundation fundraiser page, which supports children with brain cancer. It's a very specific form of brain cancer. It's DIPG. It's extremely rare and very, very volatile. It is a lot of the kids don't really get much time at all once they're diagnosed with it. And what Dragon Master Foundation is doing right now is working to raise money for a specific pharmaceutical that has had some of the most promising efforts to slow the growth, kind of stop the cancer in its tracks, giving these kids more time with their families, hopefully to see another Christmas, hopefully another birthday, and getting to live a little bit more of a normal life. So their main spokesperson right now, he was diagnosed at a later age. I think it was about 18, which is not necessarily unheard of, but it's not very common. And he was in very serious, kind of disarray. Like he's having trouble walking, having trouble talking. And he started this, and now he is, he's living a quote unquote ordinary type of life. So it's showing some really great, promising, kind of effects to help these kids. So if you would be so gracious, generous, there's a link in the description for you to donate to Dragon Master Foundation. So, and it goes directly to them. They set that link up for us. And what's great about it, this guy's blowing the leaves here. What's really great about that link for us is that it stays up all year long. It's not necessarily tied to Star Wars or Princess or Marathon Weekend. It's something that we can have a continuous running total, which I really like. So just to show off how supportive all of you are out there. So if you could, we would appreciate it.
No, we're not too far from here.
But
I work in St. Cloud.
are we good?
Yeah.
Pick it back up?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pick it back up.
I'm still running with you.
That's okay.
I'm like, maybe
That's
I'll
okay.
do my long run.
There you go.
Like, I'm coming back after tomorrow, but Monday we leave.
Somebody asked if the link is in the chat. The link should be in the description of the video. It should say something like help kids now, and there should be a link right below that, and it should take you right to the web page. So yeah, so it's been a beautiful morning. This will be our last out towards Hollywood Studios, and we've kind of missed some of the crowd, but I'm sure we're going to see a ton of people up here once we get to the bus loop area. They already started letting people in earlier, so whew. I don't know if you guys heard, but All Star Music is going to be reopening very soon. I think next week. That's some big news for Disney. Bringing in some more people, some extra places to stay. All Star Music is opening. So another step kind of towards more of a normalcy type of deal. But but I think what's nice is it's music is both your standard and your suites, so it gives you a little bit more of a variety of options to choose from if you're coming down and want to save value. You don't want to pay a higher price for something else, but it gives you the option. So somebody said, are we jogging? We are jogging.
There's not even a line.
We're at a 10.
That's crazy. I can't believe Sheila has been out.
My watch is like all over the place, but it looks like we're anywhere from like a 9.5 to a 10-minute pace.
There's more coming now. So.
Yeah.
We were just doing a little bit of a walk there.
Helping manufacture.
Oh, cool.
Tommy just jumped over donated $50. I hope you hit the 8K goal. Tommy, that is awesome. Thank you so much. It goes to a really, really amazing cause. I really appreciate that. Yes, we are, our goal is at 8,000. So I would love to hit that number sooner rather than later. But, you know, as I always say, whether you donate $50 or $1, it really truly does help go a really long way. So thank you guys very, very much. Melissa, I just donated. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. Cruising, everybody.
And, you know, you guys were talking about kind of getting started and running, and I was talking about it. I've been talking about it with Donald. I don't know if I've talked really about it in the chat, but one thing that's been really great for me doing these live kind of chats and runs with you guys is that when I do my runs during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have so much more stamina. I have a greater lung capacity, I think.
With the masks?
And no, just from like during the week. So when I go running during the week, I can run further. I'm less tired. I don't feel out of breath. And I think it's because, you know, I'm trying to have a conversation with you guys in the chat. And so it's really helping me to build my stamina. So I'm always super, super thankful of everybody that's here, chatting, participating. You know, I really, really appreciate it. So
No. These are cheaper, but
we're coming back up to Hollywood Studios, guys. Tower Terror in the distance. No?
She doesn't talk to me. Although she made me go on Everest the other day, and I'm pretty sure that's the last time I can go on Everest.
Oh no, really?
I seriously thought I was going to vomit all over myself.
Oh no. On your left. You're all right.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah? I can do Everest when it goes frontwards. As soon as it goes backwards, forget it. And we get off, and I looked at Grace and I go, I need water quickly.
Oh no.
She's like, Mommy, if you're going to throw up, just find a trash can. I was like,
Oh jeez.
it's for the...
All right, so you guys can see a bunch of people coming into Hollywood Studios. Not exactly sure, 8:25. So I don't think it's opened up yet. It's opened up at 9 or 8 o'clock today. I don't remember. A lot of people going in, a lot of people coming in from the bus. We're gonna run down here like we did earlier, and we're gonna go all the way down.
I stopped my watch while we were walking. I'm at 7.2 right now. I ran 12 last weekend, so I know
Oh,
I
yeah.
can do it. I can do whatever.
Whew.
You didn't think you'd get a hitchhiker on your run today?
This, I gotta say, this is the first, but hey, I'm glad. It's been nice, actually. It's nice to have a little bit of a fresh voice, and
And you don't have to talk the whole time.
so that's true. I will say one thing that Kate and Donald have right now over me
Water?
is water, and Donald was very gracious. He bought me a little. He bought me a bottle, very similar. It's actually the same one that he has, and I know you guys can't see it, but it just straps onto your hand basically. And the only reason that, there you go, yeah, just like that, yeah. The only reason that I don't carry it during these live streams is because I'm constantly having to switch hands with the gimbal, and so it's hard for me to kind of hold the gimbal and have that thing strapped to my back of my hand. But it's really nice for my runs during the week. So, you know, that is one thing, guys, when you're doing these longer runs. Always try to make sure that you've got some water, or that you can get some water relatively quickly if you need to. You know, some people will take water and they'll stash it along their run. I don't recommend doing that just because you just never know. You know, but when I run during the week at home, it seems like we've got a 7-Eleven in any direction within about a mile. So if I really need to stop and I need to get a water or a Gatorade or something, I can do that, which is really nice. But always, if you're doing a longer run, make sure that you've got water to drink. So something. Whew.
Josh, have you done any other marathons besides Disney?
I have done the half marathon in Miami.
Okay.
I haven't done any other ones yet. 2020, I was actually hoping that would be a really great year for me to do some marathons.
Yep.
Or half marathons, of course. Like most plans for many people, that didn't turn out.
Yeah.
So I've been really wanting to get down to the Keys and do theirs. There was a cool Space Coast one.
Yeah, and that actually was live this year, wasn't it? Like in person?
I think it might have been.
Yeah, a bunch of people. I saw it.
I'd like to get back up to PA and do Pittsburgh's.
I recommend Philly.
The Philadelphia one?
I ran Philly Marathon and qualified for Boston.
Okay.
It's a really good course because you get a lot of different scenery because you get Center City, but then you go out to Manioc, so it's just all types of different scenery. It's not all totally flat, not a lot of turns. Good support.
Okay.
So that's a good one. Their half is good too. They've got two halves. They've got Philly. I have family in Philly. They have the Philly distance run in September, and then they do a half the weekend of the marathon too.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I really enjoyed Miami's half marathon. That one's cool because you run out to Miami Beach, and that causeway that goes out, you run along all the cruise ships.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's kind of a cool sight to see. I mean,
Yep.
and then you go down through Miami Beach, also kind of scenic. More ways than one sometimes, I'll be honest. Not for the best. But you know, it keeps it interesting. And for the marathon, I think it continues on and goes down to, there's that kind of more expensive neighborhood down there that it runs through. Like Oprah Winfrey has a house or something around there, somebody was saying. So that's a nice one, but I'll have to look at Phillies, especially if it's in September, maybe.
Yeah, that one's a half.
Okay.
Their full is in November. But it'll be interesting too this year because like a lot of the majors are all like, right now at least, they're all basically the same weekend.
Oh, okay.
They're all like Boston, Columbus Day weekend, Chicago, like they're all that weekend because they're trying to spread out
People. That makes sense. Makes sense.
I've done Chicago twice. That's a good one. I've done Boston a million times, of course, because I live there. But
Yeah.
Disney was my first.
Oh, really?
Back in, I'm gonna age myself, 2002.
That's okay. That's cool, though.
The medal is like not impressive.
No. My first one was in 2016.
Yep.
And it was the first time that I did a half and a full. So
Oh my god.
that was unique. And then I think I did it in 2017, and I was super disappointed because the medals were just like, I don't want to say that they were garbage, but they were not very impressive, especially because I think 2016 might have been maybe the 25th.
Okay.
And so I just happened to sign up, not even knowing that. So the medals were awesome, and then the next year they're very plain.
Yeah.
Not very decorative.
Yeah.
But the t-shirts I think were off too, the long sleeves. But
Oh yeah.
that's cool. I mean, I was the same way though. I mean, that was my first half and my first full was here at Disney.
I've never done like the goofy or anything like that.
Oh really?
The most I've done the back-to-back is the Princess Challenge. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh man, you should try it sometime.
John's like, you keep saying you're never going to do another marathon, yet I see it in your eyes.
Oh, you should definitely try it.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do dopey. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do...
I mean, yeah, right. You might as well go out with a bang. Do it all. You know, the thing that I don't like the most, especially for the 5K and the 10K, which you've already experienced,
Yeah.
is just the fact that you get up really early
Yeah.
and you get there. And if you're a more elite runner
Yep.
and you're out ahead of the pack, you're done super quick. Even if you stop to take photos
Yep.
with characters, you're done so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to run for like 25 minutes.
Well, and
Oh my gosh.
I wonder for the seating for those, because you don't need proof of time for those.
Yep.
If it's just like totally randomized.
Oh, it
So,
could
like,
be.
Even if you're a faster runner, you could be in a further back route.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I lucked out for Princess last year, getting
Yeah.
an A. But
Yeah. Well, I think then that must have been me also lucking out for the dopey challenge.
Yeah.
Especially since they put me in the back, being in the AAs for both of those. But again, I wouldn't say that I'm like a more elite runner, but I know that I had enough stamina that I could
Yep.
push pretty hard through that 5K and through the 10K,
Right.
see the characters and still be done before they let the last people go.
Yeah.
So,
Even for the half at Princess last year, when I was coming back into Epcot, I saw people, like I saw the balloon ladies as I
oh
was
yeah,
back into Epcot.
yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh. And I stopped for every single character.
yeah, yeah.
Has to be rolling the business.
Thank you.
The only way I knew it was you was your voice.
Oh yeah.
As I was running by you guys, I heard you talk. I was like, I need to turn around.
Yeah, it's fun. If you guys out there watching, you're thinking about it, I definitely encourage you to sign up for one. It's really nothing that, like, you don't have to be an elite runner. Like I said, my first half marathon and marathon was here at Disney, and I'd never had done one before. I definitely did not do anywhere near as much training as I needed to do, but with that kind of pace limit, I think 16:30 is very doable for a lot of people. So even if you have to run for a little while and then walk,
Yep.
and then maybe jog and walk a lot like I did,
Could look
You know.
up the Jeff Galloway method.
the Jeff Galloway method, yep, that's something we always talk about every week.
Yep.
The walk, run, walk.
One of the podcasts I listened to had Jeff Galloway on last week
Oh, nice.
for an interview. Runners Without Limits podcast.
Okay.
It was really cool, and he talked about the method and everything. And Disney is really good for beginner runners. Even like those Couch to 5K people, like the support that you get on the course and throughout is just awesome.
So in 2019, I think it was, I had been doing quite a bit of training. I was feeling really confident. And I was like, you know what? This year, I'm going to get a really good pace. So with Jeff Galloway, they don't only have pacers for like the 16:30, 16 minute, so on. They have for faster pace.
Yeah, they're fast.
Like they're really fast.
I started with one at the half, and like
Yes.
you hear the buzzer go off, and they start walking, and then they start running again. They caught right back up to me.
And it is crazy. I was very misguided in my own thinking. I was trying to keep up with the 9:30, and that was a grievous mistake on my part. I was completely burned about halfway, probably around a half marathon. We came out of Animal Kingdom.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to stop and pee, and I'm like, if I stop, I will never catch back up to these people. And I had to make the decision. I stopped and went pee, and I never saw them again. But then I saw like the 945 come behind me, and then the 10s. Because at that point I'd burned up so much energy. I was doing a lot more walking than I was running. So I think that year was a hot year too. If I remember correctly.
It was like both back-to-back years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because last year
they cut short.
Yeah, I was very happy that I made it through Blizzard Beach.
I was watching the entire live stream last year.
Oh really? Oh, awesome.
And it was funny because we were going to Disney on Ice that afternoon, and I was watching it on our kitchen TV. I was watching it on the phone in the car all the way until like the show started, and about the time the show started was when your feed died.
Oh, as we're coming back into Epcot or going through Blizzard Beach?
So, I think when you were coming back through Epcot.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, I kept checking my phone, like, did he make it? Did he
Yeah.
make it?
Oh, it was such a great stream. I was so disappointed. Apparently, you could still hear the audio.
Yes.
But the video, it just so many people in that area, you know.
Yeah.
The bandwidth just can't handle it. So, but yeah, that was a good year, and I was hoping to do it again this year. So, hopefully next year we can do another live stream of probably not the 5K and the 10K, because I don't think we'd ever get out away from the crowd enough to establish a connection. But
I'm at 8.4.
working hard. We're only at 6. Well, guys, thank you so much today for being here and hanging out while we run. This was a nice run. It was we only had to do 2 laps because we added some extra pieces in there for the run, which was really nice. And we're coming up on our 6.2 here very quickly. You can see Boardwalk is starting to get a little bit busier. A lot more people are out and about. But if you guys enjoyed this, we do have other runs. If you're new to the virtual 10K live streams going on, we do have past live streams that, you know, you probably don't want to listen to me talk the whole time, but you can turn the volume off and put some music in and at least see the sights of the Disney resorts, which is really nice too. So, and we started right here and we're at 6.23, so yay! Woohoo!
I just hit 8.5.
Oh wow.
There you go.
So,
My long run. Thank you, John.
whew, that was so much fun. Again, thank you everybody out there who has been hanging out and watching, whether you were tagging along on your treadmill or elliptical or bike, or if you're sitting in your chair or on your couch drinking a cup of coffee. You know, we appreciate you guys being here and chatting and making conversation. It's always appreciated. So, like I was saying earlier at the start of the stream, I know a lot of people probably weren't on yet. More than likely, we will not be live next weekend or the weekend after. Taylor and I are booked with some different photo and video sessions. So obviously I will plug JTR Media if you guys are coming down looking to have some family photos, senior portraits, a little video from in the parks. We just did a really nice family the other day over at Magic Kingdom. It was really cool. They had a great time, even with masks on. It was a lot of fun. So we do really appreciate you guys being here. If you're interested, again, please, if you're feeling generous, donate to Dragon Master Foundation. There is a link in the description. I think Taylor said that she also put a link that was in the chat, pinned to the top. And if you're interested in becoming a travel agent with Gold Gal Getaways, you can head on over to goldgalgetaways.com, and there should be an apply now link or button for you to join. We are looking for all agents, whether you're brand new or have been doing it for a while, we would really appreciate you to come by, join the family, and be a part of our travel agency. We're an authorized Disney vacation planner, but you don't have to book just Disney. You can book all kinds of stuff if you want to. Cruises, tours from around the world once things open back up. So, you know, we don't really want to make you do one thing or the other. We want to give you the freedom to kind of grow and do what you want to do. So thank you guys so much for being here. Sir Christoph, can you put your run videos in a playlist? I think I started one. I'll go back and make sure that they're all in there, so that it's easy for you to follow along and watch. So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Kate and Donald, thank you guys. Donald always every week for joining us. Kate for being our special guest today. Thank you. So we will see you guys in the next one. Now I got to do the awkward ending where I try to stop